you know, it's just that's what it does.
I'm pretty sure it's Onslaught, Trample, and Uproar.
Oh, it is trample. I didn't. Well, there you go.
Hey, I've had memory loss in the last little while, and I still know all of these things off the back of my hand. So,
Yeah,
you
fair
really want to
enough.
question me?
No. Not questioning you. More of the surprise that my memory was not flawed. Oh yeah, devour. That's a bit.
Yeah,
That's an ability.
that, we forgot about that one.
Devour.
We
Yep.
did. Infest as well. That's also an ability. Let's
The
see what fish
Infernal
will
Blade.
take off first.
Also, 5 strength melee heroes. Infernal Blade's gonna be high value in this pull as well.
For sure.
I'm not seeing
Wondering
a
what he's gonna
crazy
go
infest
with.
thing though. Like,
Well, if you do trample infest and then someone runs away.
yep, that could work.
You just stand
Okay.
still, huh?
Yeah,
So
you just chill.
Okay. Wow.
you just create rapture
That
with
is
this
unexpected,
ability.
but at the same time, I get
Precisely.
it. This Firestorm first pick is huge,
Yeah.
right? The damage,
Yeah.
Impale's good.
HP burn, realizing that Dire has huge bodies.
I think now we see Devour. Come on. Okay, Windrun makes sense.
Yeah, the devour next. Yeah, so I'm seeing them push abilities to the next stage to allow for the right cause to pick up it. So devour's on Abaddon. That makes sense as the carry at the moment. Maximus picking up the borrowed time again. Just makes sense. Rage is a good ability to deny. So Terrorblade's going to pick up the Atrophy Aura. Obviously, it's not going to be played by Blopp, but that's who is currently drafting it.
Obviously.
Is that really the
Yeah.
pick though? Like, doesn't
Yeah, I
Terra
would
want to
probably
get the
pick
meta?
Metamorph.
Like, the Windy could deny the meta here, and then the Terror doesn't feel nearly as scary.
I think you're still really strong and really happy with the pick of Atrophy Aura, but if you can
Obviously,
read for Terra,
yes, you're gonna get the meta.
meta,
It's gonna
then
be
yeah.
fantastic, right? But this Windy now feels very scary with meta.
Yeah, Metamorph Curse.
Curse,
It's gonna be
right?
good.
I think in terms of timing, Metamorphosis requires more teamwork timing.
Okay, I'm just
She skips
flat
it.
out wrong.
She skips
Okay.
it. Wow. Okay.
What?
Does
Oh,
Meepo pick it
no,
up?
No, I can't, like...
Oh,
it's
this is too greedy. Oh, they
I
should
think
have
this is a
taken it.
mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take meta now. Yeah, surely. Yeah, Blopp's probably like screaming right now. I can't believe you gave it to me. Because
So happy.
if you get phase shift next, because obviously rage is denied. Phase shift is insane, and that build is disgusting.
Oh, and we talked about the Whirling Death here and how bad it is for Dire to be fighting into that, and Primal's the one that picks it up.
Yeah. Not only that, Firestorm
Not only
and
that.
the Whirling.
Yeah, and they have borrowed
Watch
time on
out for the
Whirling
Life
Death,
Stealer
so we
here
can
to pick
run
the
in.
trample. Come on, do it. Oh.
Right, so all Primal Beast abilities are gone now.
No, trample's still there.
I think it's safe to.
Oh no, it is. You're right.
Back.
Someone's taking the yard.
You're right. In terms of Doom isn't gonna pick it. You're right.
Yeah.
And,
I would really like to see also Soul Assumption on the Visage, and then it's
the
like
talents
guaranteed
for
Vayne
Soul
lane.
Assumption are so good. At least they were.
Yeah, and in combination with Firestorm, you're gonna keep kicking those charges up.
Not sure that was the Illusionary Orb is taken instead. Okay.
All right.
I guess
It
more.
looks
It's
like
more
they played
easy.
as a...
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably played the Visage as a mid then.
Fingers
with
crossed.
This, with the
Yes.
Lifesteal with support.
Wow.
Yeah. Win range. Win run.
Everything
Trample. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Grave Chill is still free. Scorched Earth is still free. Yeah, this is rough. Oh wait, Timber Chain Trample.
Yep.
Yeah, that works.
Yep.
That's pretty
100%.
good. Okay,
That's
maybe
gonna be
it's
gross.
Primal Beast support then and Lifesteal.
Yeah, phase shift, Blopp. Phase shift. Yep. Oh my god. Okay, this game is over. This game is over. I'm sorry for everyone watching, but the game is actually over.
We're calling it
the
right
Ancient's
now
gonna go down in 12 seconds. My god, that's disgusting. If they lose this, then like...
Oh,
yeah.
we'll have a losers interview and we can talk.
If they lose this, we're gonna remove the word. Yeah, we can wipe away the word jungle, and we'll just call this team No.
I would actually really like the teams to swap the builds. That way, there's a decent chance that the game might actually go the G2OP way. But as it stands right now, that this looks very rough.
This looks so bad.
Yeah, because the Radiant is probably
as well.
They are definitely the favorite team on the Radiant side, and the builds look very one-sided.
This is a real outdraft.
Again,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
could be the
Jesus
kind of
Christ.
thing. Oh wow. Oh, that's going to be brutal to deal with. Again, it could be the kind of thing that do get knocked around in the lane, and that could make all the difference. But I don't see that being the case, right? Like Primal's got a
Yeah,
great bowling lane ability. Visage has
Okay.
probably one of the best laning abilities.
even the
Yeah.
Terrorblade is quite strong in the
Yeah, in
lane.
terms of just sitting there in that lane and with that
Bit
metamorphosis,
meta.
we saw
Yeah.
how powerful that is last game there. So
When you right clicks, and then level 2 he's strong. Like that's it. Level 2 he's strong, and he's got infest. He's
this is
fine.
just where
Grave
you're
chill.
right, right?
What?
Like
Tauntaun, no. I guess that's
That-
good actually, because trample plus soul
yep,
assumption
it's
is
going to
really
create
strong.
all of the charges, and then you can hit them if they get away from you. It's
Then
not
to
bad.
mention, like, who's on the dire side is going to punish the lane. The Abaddon is not going to do anything. For
Vendetta
example.
got all the way to the last round. I'm very perplexed with that as well. I guess Vendetta's not as highly valued as how I feel, but that's
Yeah.
fair enough. This
Well, especially this
Terrorblade pick is
this
rough.
draft, right? Like, these bodies, like who are
Yeah.
you trying to vendetta? Puck?
Yeah.
If you do it and
Puck-
miss, she's just gonna
No.
ult you.
Terrorblade you can't really. Maximus you can't either because of borrowed time. Terrorblade here's got phase shift to
And
dodge
he's
and
going to be a
infest afterwards.
tunky boy. All those guys are going to be
Yeah.
big, right? Terribly's going
Yeah,
to be
even
the
sitting in
cloak.
armor, right? That's why I'm
Yeah.
looking at it's just not a high
It's
priority
rough.
pick here.
Yeah, Waning Rift and Spiked Carapace is going to make initiating on that hero quite a little bit challenging. Visage with the Gravekeeper's Cloak, he's going to be pretty tanky, so you're not going to be able to get the burst yet as you normally would on any other hero with that. So that ability is going to have diminishing returns very quickly, I think. The only saving factor about that ability, I think, is because you've got Impale and you've got Pit of Malice. You've got so much useful control that Vendetta is going to provide you all the initiation you'd like. That's how I think I expect to see that be played. But
They could also be using it for
we
vision,
shall see.
right? The Vendetta is one of
Yeah.
those vision abilities to allow you to get deep vision, see where people are, know what's going on, get some words out, these kind of things. It could make
I
all
want
the
to see what
difference.
other coil breaking abilities they have. I don't think they have many. I think Pulverize plus Coil is the one that's going to proc it for them. Looks like they might be going for a kill bot lane.
Either way, interesting mix-up. They actually put the lifesteal on support and Primal Business Core, and Tauntaun plays boss 1 instead of mid.
Now, you
looks
may
like-
say that's a mix-up, but from what I've been hearing, that's the switch-up this team has been making.
Alright. I
Mm.
thought the Fish actually switched to boss 1, but Fish mid also makes sense. He used to usually plays that in the rank games.
So, yeah, as I say, this could be the new way
They're
that they're running
both
this.
high immortal players. Yeah. Sorry to speak over you. But yeah, it's just they're both super strong players. They can probably be comfortable in most lanes.
And looks like the Underlord will be the third carry on the dire side. I wasn't sure who will be it, because they don't really have a third carry build, but probably the Underlord makes most sense.
Well, the stats and the abilities make kind of suggest he's going to be a bit tanky and be a little bit of the initiator. Yeah, just the big body.
Also, the issue with the Pulverize is usually how easy it's to interrupt, but with the Rage,
Yeah.
that's been taken care of.
Yeah,
He set that
for
up
sure.
so well, right? Just picking Rage right away, denying that from anyone else, and then grabbing that Pulverize.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't see them doing well in this lane against the
Yeah.
TP.
I think Space Cowboy, I don't like Chakram here for him. I don't think it has utility. I think he should have gone Vendetta. Then he can go into a tanky, greedy build with, uproar damage, Devour to get his farm started, and then Invis, get a gank, right-click someone to death. But I don't know how useful Chakram will be in this in his laning. Already, look at him. Fish is already throwing him out of the lane in a way.
Wow.
His brain is so big.
Yeah, Firestorm is just so good level 1. It's such a great ability.
And it's never going to fall off.
Yeah.
Nope. It's just an all-round good ability. It's because it's percentage. That's why it's so incredible. Yeah. And there's a good shard upgrades that he has for him for the Gravekeeper's Cloak and the Firestorm to, be stuck around him. I'm just gonna quickly look at the rest. Aghanims on Terrorblade. Shard on Terrorblade is pretty good as well. The Dire Rock Throw I think is the only one that I think is good on Underlord at the moment. Wind Ranger has some pretty decent shard upgrades, but not too good. There's a little bit of speaking of,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of combat at the top. Blopp's doing some damage.
The shard on the curse does very little on its own. The most
Yeah.
value is in the fact that the mist coils apply
Mm.
your attacks, but obviously it doesn't have that.
Perhaps Chakram is to make Uproar a little bit better. So Aghanims actually gives you a little bit more bang for your buck. That could be. That's probably a really good consideration, actually. Yeah. But then, if you get Vendetta, you get Burrow, which is insane. No, forget me. Meanwhile, Blopp's trying to get a kill on top lane. Wind Ranger, very low HP.
I'm gonna say he needs level 2 trample here to get that kill. It's not gonna be enough damage for level 1.
Also, that build on Life Store is gonna be a little bit problematic. It's so mana intensive. He's probably going to skip the Soul Assumption, which is so strong in lane altogether, since he cannot really sustain it.
And that's a really big, that's noticeable in terms of the laning stage that you're missing this out. I'm sure it will bite him a little bit later on, not having an extra burst.
Meepo going for the courier kill there.
Yeah, with the Onslaught, he actually sniped it from the screen away.
Not as much action in most games as we see before. A little bit of damage in the mid lane there as Space Cowboy's taking a little bit of the fire. But we've seen a lot more kills at this stage of the game already in the other matches we've had today.
It's probably the nature of the builds. The pool in general is much more like passive, survivability heavy.
More
We should
strength
have had a
arrows
second.
are like that.
Yeah, we should have the second draft. As I talk about the kills, we get a kill in top lane, and Maximus corrects
We will
me.
get another. Nice.
Hand another one, yep. Frisky Drisky. Gonna take that on
I
the
said
Doom.
that right. The
Play
second that he
Impale.
gets level 2 trample, that's when he's in kill territory and he busts it out.
Yep.
All space is in trouble. Okay. Unfortunately, Fish didn't went for the jump on the illusionary orb. Would actually have gotten him.
You think he got in the kill there if he jumped in?
It was one attack away.
I guess he'd be fine.
Not much else going on around the map. Just those couple kills now.
Farm.
Yep. And to be fair, this is exactly what Tauntaun wants. So he has 100 right click now at the moment. As I watched him miss a last hit with 100 right click at level 4. Come on, Tauntaun.
Yeah, quite easy.
God,
Also, then
it's
Morbid Mass.
huge. Yeah, he's got sustain for days. He's big chillin'. He's got meta ready to go as well, so you could force him off the lane if he really wants to. The pull's going on in there by his support.
Quickie top.
A quick
Yeah,
trade,
trading kills.
1 for 1.
Yeah. Well,
To be fair, this can
got
only
a little
benefit.
too aggressive. Paid for it. The whirling death is too strong.
Absolutely, yeah, but this only benefits no jungle because it's the carrier that is dying, and that's not what you want to have.
Oh, watch out! We got another whirling
And-
death there. It's gonna be close. Oh, good
The
stuff.
stun's good. Yeah.
And he might pay for it. Okay.
Depends on how greedy Blopp is. Wow, poor Space. He's forced out and has to go all the way back to neutrals here.
Yeah. Not the best thing you want to have
Well,
happen
he
to
also
you.
have Devour, right? So he wants to be jumping
Oh,
back.
Devour
doing that
and
as well.
Midas. That's extremely greedy.
Yeah.
The classic Doom. Yep. I don't know a single Doom player who doesn't like this.
Oh, bottom. They're running.
Oh.
Damage as
yeah.
well, though.
Oh, that's a lot of damage with the Metamorphosis now popped.
Yep.
21.
Well over 160
Ah,
now.
and he will-
Looks like I have been corrected. Chakram did a lot of work, and Fish have fallen.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay. He waited
Yeah,
too
he-
long with the orb. We could have gotten
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say
CD.
he should have been able to get in and get out as long as he has orb off cooldown. So definitely a bit of a misplay there. You know, top lane looks like we're going to have a rotation. 3 rerolls here. However, the tree line isn't really favorable for them. The creeps are moving up. At the same time, Fish does recover himself and gets the kill in the mid lane with the Laguna's Blade. However, top lane, Maximus,
Yeah.
it looks like he's going to fall silenced and slowed, and that's going to be a kill. Unfortunately, Wind Ranger, despite having all these passive abilities and only one active that lasts 30 seconds, that gets a cooldown 30 seconds, she's not really got much she can do outside of right click. Rather unfortunate.
It's also not that great of a model for right-clicking since she has only 1.4 agility gain, so no natural attack speed on the hero.
Looks like Blopp wants to go for another kill. Wind runs procced. Damage is there. But they've been waiting for this. Really big whirling death and a double shackle as well. It looks like Blopp's gonna have to try and run away because he doesn't have anything. He's got two shot. He's got stacks and knows one, but I think Maximus may have been overzealous in this, salving up himself,
Yeah.
and it looks like
Sacrificing himself for his support. Not sure
indeed.
that's
It
the
looks
play.
like the Meepo managed to get the recovery. And by the way, this Meepo set I have never seen before.
I think it's rather new.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize that. I saw the face and I thought,
Who is this
what the
guy?
hell is that?
Yeah, that witch
who are
doctor
you?
got a lot smaller.
That's literally, I thought it was Shadow Shaman for a second, like a very pudgy Shadow Shaman.
Like it wasn't confusing enough.
Yeah. Next, they'll give us skins to make our heroes look like
They're
different
looking
heroes.
for
Oh,
top
big
on
top
bottom.
on.
TB is getting gone on.
Yeah, Fate Shift is only going to delay the inevitable, and that is death.
Alright, the gyro to the OP doing much better than expected.
Yep, 8 kills already, and now we're getting a lot more good kills on the board again. Now that we're here. It looks like Fish getting ready to go for these ganks. Looking he's going to build his Kaya soon. He's looking for the Doom. Doom meanwhile stacking camps.
Wind
And
Ranger
it's going to be a kill on the
falling.
top lane.
Oh, turn around.
Wind Ranger actually, the
And-
right clicks are good. The stuns are good, and she gets this kill. Fish is going to try and get the recovery, but
No,
I don't think he's
he
going to get any
cannot.
luck there.
No mana.
Yeah.
No mana, unfortunately.
He just
If
got
he
mana
had-
for Laguna Blade, but there's 4 members of G2OP. Risky business, risky business. He's going for it. It's not going to get it. Go for it. Oh,
Does that, he
unfortunate. I
dies.
think
Oh, I think he's gonna die
Yeah,
anyways.
he's gonna pay for it.
this is done. Yeah, this is unfortunate. He's probably going to die here.
Oh no, he'll get
Oh,
out.
it's
Blopp
fine.
showed up,
Oh.
doing a ton of damage. Gotta love that trample
Yeah,
win.
I'm surprised Blopp didn't take 1 point in Soul Assumption instead of the second point in Wind Run. 'Cause that would have
It's
been
mana.
a kill.
He doesn't have the mana to sustain it. He's
Does he not?
freaking lifestealer.
Oh dear, look, my goodness. Yeah, 135 for Soul Assumption. Jesus,
Yes,
can you use
very
it twice?
expensive. It's yeah, and that's every 4
Ooh.
seconds. Like you get tricked into thinking you can do this, and you just can't. Just ignore it.
You can.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill you
can't.
want to use
I
over and
simply
over, but you cannot on the model like Lifestealer.
He has to ignore it. Right
Yike. Yeah. Big yike. Meanwhile, bot lane.
I
Little
don't
bit of
think-
an attention there.
now. Just a poke. It's a big
Yeah.
boy.
Yep.
He's got rage.
Yeah,
Two
it's
big
already
boys.
Vanguards on the Lord.
Meanwhile, top lane, in fact, that's going to be the kill. Blopp taking that with probably the combo, we think. And Doom, actually, as well. Doom was being used. And
Yeah, I was thinking like, how did he die with Impale and Apothic Shield? But yeah, the Doom was used.
that makes sense. Good solo
Yeah.
kill for him.
Yeah, not sure if it's worth for +5, but I suppose he's not planning on making any big rotations anytime soon.
Yeah. Little smoke coming out on the bot lane here. If we watch Meepo and Abaddon moving around into the corner.
It's
Yeah,
sort
they're
of a
just pushing
misplay
the
in my
TB.
mind. Like they know no one's here because he's been sitting in this jungle there for the last little while. So
Yeah,
should have
Yeah,
but they're-
immediately moved mid.
I think
Or
the
even
idea is
move
to
bot
simply
lane.
force the TB out of their jungle. He has nowhere to go.
There is a deep dire ward as well. They're looking for him, but they've just drawn lines around going into their triangle. And I think they suspect he's there as well. It's the last place you need to look, and they found him.
Send the big boy in first.
Yep, and this fortunately is gonna steal his camp.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, a little bit of attention at the bottom again. Yep, and actually the stun does land, but it decides not to go for it further. I think no other ability to throw out there. Blops in the area. A little tense. No one's really pushing for more, but it looks like they are going to back out here. It's probably smart. Meanwhile, Wind Ranger on the bot lane, working towards her Manta. Oh, big initiation actually in the mid lane. Dream Core's gone. Great shackle there. Blopp's going to try and get through this, but I think the ultimate was just cancelled. Pulverize was not able to use. But it looks like they're going to try and keep pressuring this. Chakram flying out there, dealing damage to Puck, but not really ending the game there for him. And it looks like they're just going to move right across into the Dire jungle. They found the infested Terra Blade. He's phased out. The stun comes through and actually goes across two heroes there. And they are going to clean him up. So they do pick up the biggest net worth hero on the map at the moment. Still pushing in there. The Pit of Malice is doing its work, forcing the borrowed time. Trying to get this comeback kill, but unfortunately it just doesn't last long enough. Tennis Magic once charges still not used. Pulverize back off cooldown and used again. Second time this fight, not cancelled this time, but looks like there's going to be another couple kills going back and forth. Fish going to clean up one kill there, while Wind Ranger's going to be cleaning up the other. And it looks like they're going to keep pushing their 3 heroes now, putting on behind the tier 1 tower. And Fish, the duo is actually looks like Godabla is going to fall under the tower, and Fish might be able to get this last couple of kills. The tower might be picking up this one more, and he does, but it looks like Wind Ranger is going to be the only person surviving on that. Jesus Christ.
Looking for more.
I think they went a little bit too hard on Fish. I don't think that was worth it, the 3 deaths. They're gonna suffer.
He's going to... He can't take it. He's just running away. Oh dear. Oh, what a back and forth. That swung so many times. That was a genuine pendulum of a fight.
We were saying it's getting stale there for a second, and they're just waiting for the big initiations to happen here.
Yeah, calm down, Eladin. We're turning it up in a second. Just relax.
Yeah, and that fight on the Radiant side, it's all been just the Visage. He did like almost double his entire team damage.
Looks like G2OP kind of coming off that with the advantage. Tier 1 is looking a little weak and worn for wear. I think they recognize that. 5 members of G2OP looking to push into that tower. Blopp and friends, no jungle, looking to defend, starting off with the reflection. The tower does fall, but it's only continue after that. It looks like they are going to hold off. Smoke being used, 2 TPs going top. It looks like they're going to try and pick up this Terra Blade here. The silence is already out there, and it looks like he's going to fall immediately. Very quick. Curse of Avernus not giving him any chance to talk as he does fall. And then going to catch up the Puck on the side as well. Going to try and catch him, run him down. And the Pulverize comes out there, and Puck is going to also fall. 2 more kills going the way of G2OP.
They are getting the pickoffs, but the net worth is actually not moving in their favor since the rest of the Radiant team just farms across the map.
It's sort of funny, yeah.
Almost reminiscent of the last game. Yeah.
Yeah, you think the net worth would be a lot further in their advantage there, but it's just not.
Another kill. Blopp actually getting a return kill on the Meepo. Look at the rest of the team. A great stun there coming out. Impale and the Pulverize coming out as well. Maximus forced to proc the borrowed time. It looks like he is going to be silenced up and killed. Sneakano is going to get the silence on Blopp as well. He's going to try and run away, but the procs are too clean. And he's going to die twitching from the chain lightning. Little DD on the bot lane.
They picked up the Manta style on Wind Ranger, maybe for the quicker silence on the curse. But there's really nothing to dispel. on the
I was
Radiant
just about
side.
to ask, like, what are they after to dispel there? Am I missing something?
No,
Probably the
there's nothing.
slows and a dodge, maybe. Yeah, you can kind of dodge Laguna Blade. You can kind of dodge things like Mist Coil, Shackle Shot.
I
But the
would say
rest
the
of the
Laguna is
abilities,
too quick for it. Maybe the
you
Soul
can do.
Assumption, but
Yeah, I think it being possible and actually doing it is two different things. It is possible, whether or not he could do it.
so you
Yeah.
have to dream big, right? Like this Wind Ranger.
If you don't try and go for it, then you'll never be able to. Really, you have to have to try for it. Yeah.
It's about creating these opportunities for big plays.
Radiant's bottom tower
Probably is the
is under
stats as
attack.
well. It's good stats. And another Pulverize came on the top lane. The silence is there. And this is going to proc Maximus's passive. Forced to go away. There's even the Sunder to try and give him more HP so he can get out. But unfortunately, no. Dream Coil is going to be keeping him in place. And the Timber Chain will force him back. You're gonna keep going now. Pit of Malice dropped as well, and he got the stun on top of him. Now silenced up, incoming. The Meepo charging through and getting that kill. And it looks like Blopp thinks he's gonna take the rest of the team on himself, but I think he's regretting that decision now. So everything's off cooldown, and he's running into the trees, trying to juke him out. But I think he's stuck there, and the Pulverize is gonna end him. Only person left on the team is Big Tauntaun,
Is under attack.
pushing the bot lane, trying to get some farm up. He does have good damage, but
No items.
currently,
unfortunately.
yeah, and his team is falling quite a lot, quite heavily to this aggressive plays.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Power is about to fall. Good shackle. Not sure it's going to lead anything though. I don't know. What do you think
A
they
good
need to get
setup
back
for
into this?
potential fights.
Yeah, what do you think they need to get back into this game? As it looks like a fight might start out to break out again. Oh, there's the Aghanim's on the Pulverize. Lots of damage coming out from that.
Brain is so big.
And it looks like the another kill going away a Wind Ranger as the Dream Coil was broken. And it looks like Fish is about to fall here. Is he going to jump to the orb? That would be risky. He doesn't choose to go there. Instead, unfortunately, he's going to die under his tier 3 tower near the racks.
I'm afraid what they need at this point is a miracle.
It's looking pretty dire for the Radiant. As the Dire look pretty radiant right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not what you want for sure. I don't see any big power spikes coming either on the Radiant side.
In fact, it was the Uproar Aghanims. Now that I noticed the Aghanim's been finished now on the Abaddon. The build I wasn't too confident with, but this Aghanims actually does prove to be very effective. Lots of gold in his hands with the Midas and the Devour, and that's Aghanims is doing work with Uproar dealing this wave of damage coming out from it, and double Chakrams slowing the enemy team. They don't really have much in the way of escapes here, so this is going to be pretty simple Roshan for side of G2OP.
We're also very critical of the Wind Ranger build, but looks like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, Focus Fire, Curse of Avernus is pretty good, and especially if your damage is 1.5% of max health of your opponent.
Yeah, also the
So-
Gold Frenzy Curse might seem weird, but it's 50% slow. The guy who hit is not going anywhere. And we just now realize why she bought Manta Style. It's for the refraction.
Ah, thank you. That makes
Ah.
complete sense. Well, we did call it out early there that they had the potential just to steamroll them. We did like the builds, but we did mention that
Fish-
they could roll it in the raining stage, and that's exactly what happened there. They
Dire's bottom tower
Indeed.
is falling.
looks like
Well,
they had
Fish
a little bit
taking
of
up that
early
kill.
advantage, but they just didn't hold it.
Trying to find out what other heroes are we looking to build. Looks like they're just trying to get the utility up for the rest of their teammates. MKB now finished on the Wind Ranger, 4 staff on the Meepo.
Yeah, this is looking more and more grim.
Yeah. But we've seen comebacks already today. This looks like a much harder comeback. The advantage is much higher. in the favor of the opponents. But No Jungle have shown us that they've managed to do this once before.
And
Perhaps they could pull off another
G2OP
one.
is very
Yeah.
well known for throwing even 30,000 gold leads. So
Oh, maybe they give us a treat and show us how we could do it again.
How
Oh,
it's done.
looks like starting off good
Oh,
dodge of
beautiful dodge.
Ranger Shackle. Very, very well done. And that's going to be a kill on Blopp here. Here comes the Meepo running in. Maximus taking a lot of damage here, but he's just passing the time and he's going to fall.
You are killing it out there.
Aegis, 3 more minutes to go, and that's another 2 kills going for the side of
They're
Gyro
pinging out
2OP.
second tower,
Oh,
being
dear.
like, "Is there people here? Can we attack?" And not realizing they haven't taken the first tower yet. Space is
Yeah,
up for their
Space
picking.
Cowboy. Yeah, just gonna resolve that very quickly.
meanwhile, the TB is still not being part of the game, but doesn't have anything to show for it. He has only that Sanj and Yasha, which doesn't do much for him.
Yeah. He's got his shard as well as a Morbid Mask, but I think you're right, he does need a little bit more.
Quite a bit.
And bottom tower going down as well. Yeah, he's pretty far down in terms of the levels. Level 14 compared to Windranger and Abaddon, who are level 6, 17, and 16 respectively. And it looks like Abaddon is going to go up to the tower, try and put a defense in. Got the Kaya ready, building towards that S and K. And meanwhile, Fish has got a very useful item here. He's got his E-Blade. He's ready to fire off quite a lot of damage, in fact. Oh, and I hear a coil. Looks like Blopp's under attack. He's going to be manhandled. Whether he can get out of this, I think 2 seconds more to go. Very useful choice of Sunder there. Looks like, actually, my goodness, despite using the Laguna Blade, Windranger still survived and managed to clean up Fish, and that's only the Aegis procced.
And the
Tondon
Doom
used
was
the
used.
meta as well to come fight, and just had to walk away. Is now walking away bottom.
Oh,
Doom
that's
is also
meta.
on cooldown, so the next fight is going to be that much more rough.
I think they're not going to be able to take this. I think this is the mid tower just done and dusted now. And high ground looks like the next bit of objective. Aegis currently gone, but they did use everything to pick it up.
Oh, the fish is respawning soon. I don't think they want to push into that. The Firestorm, after all, still really good. So I think
do
they will be
spot-
just content taking over the
Yeah.
map.
They're pinging Big Tonton. They know he's at the bottom there. It looks like they might be one to go out for him.
They're cutting the waves too here, so that will also be a
Tonton's just gonna
cue
get
to
out of
him
there.
that something's up, and he will TP out immediately.
No one showing on the dire on the map at the moment.
Yeah,
No vision to
agreed.
catch them out either. Yep. Good game sense. Ooh.
The Aghanims on Terrorblade will be interesting though. The Fear Wave on the Metamorph, second Metamorph charge essentially. And he can
Yep.
jump with the Infest Windranger and disarm her when she ults. It's also pretty good.
I think
So,
when you
let's
talked
see.
about item timings, this is the only one that really matters here, right?
That's awkward. If the Aghanim Scepter upgrade doesn't actually dehover, it doesn't actually show the meta upgrade as well.
Yeah, but it's there.
It's
It doesn't
definitely
show
there,
it.
yeah. It just shows the Infest one, but at least the Infest one is actually pretty useful as well, because he can jump into his opponents, not just himself.
And he still hits, and
Yeah.
he disarms most importantly, and you cannot dispel that, so... Good
Yeah.
answer to Windranger.
If he could
Question
get
is-
it without getting silenced, yep, that's
Yeah.
going to be the challenge.
They
I
will
think that's
also
what
have
Blink
the
is for.
Aghanims on the Lifestealer soon. He's only 700 gold away.
Yeah?
Invisible, AoE Doom. Could make a difference.
Ah, that would be very fun. Invisible AoE Doom Trample, yes. Well, Blopp might have some fun today then. I think Maximus also going for an Aghanim Scepter. Aghanims everywhere for this Radiant team. I think that's going to be their answer. Borrowed time with Aghanims is incredible as
Yeah,
well.
it's amazing.
Building up the charges for Mist Coil, yeah. And that's probably why he picked up Mist Coil as well. It's a good combo to have for support. Big Tauntaun smoking up here, just dodging, weaving through these heroes.
Looks like he and
Trying to
Fish
get a
will just try to
yeah.
push out the lanes, TP back when it's needed to defend, and just prolong the game to get the items they need.
Try and buy the time to buy the items. Frankly, yeah. He's not far from it though. About 480 gold to go. And if he wants to blink, it is ready for him, but he won't have buyback, and that's a guarantee.
To be fair, the buyback, if his metamorph was already used, is not that useful. The hero doesn't do much.
That's true.
So I think he will just happily buy the Aghanims when it's possible. And they try to play around it when they get it on the lifestealer too.
That's four. That's 5 Aghanims. Every single person on the Radiant team has Aghanims queued up.
Dire are scanning.
Even Puck? Not Puck.
Yeah.
That one would be questionable.
Clock got it. Ah.
But yeah, the other 4 are going for it.
The other 4, everyone wants it. Oh, looks like Fish is just disconnected. It's going to be a brief pause here. All right. Looks like it's just a quick disconnect. Not really an explanation. No.
Any reason that the Windy's not picking up the or sorry, the shard here? I mean, obvious.
To be honest, I kind of expected to pick it up after Roshan spawns. Like,
Just
that's
from
probably
that?
why.
Okay, because I mean,
Yeah.
the curse isn't the thing you're after here. It's the
No.
force is really.
She likes the
strong.
damage. Yeah, looks like Abaddon's gonna have his fall here. In fact, maybe not. The rest of the team come in for the rescue, and Doom doesn't manage to kill him off. Maximus has to force to use his borrowed time and TP out, and I think he's just gonna get out of there. But Blopp's gonna fall. It's a huge crit. What was 3 members of No Jungle fighting a solo Abaddon turns into a bit of a routing. And Roshan is just about to spawn. It looks like it's a short timer there. Only a minute left before he does reappear, and that's going to have the shard. And I think, yes, Wind Ranger is probably the best shard pickup on her team at the moment. Actually, Underlords is actually pretty valuable with the rock throw. And in fact, nobody on the Dire has their shard, but there's a lot of very, very big win items in their inventories. Scythe of Vice, now an old Space Cowboy. Has No Jungle lost a game yet so far today?
No. Quite convincingly winning them all.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, I think the last game they muddled the space between winning and losing a little bit, didn't they? Well, the huge team fight coming out here though. Maximus again forced to use his ulti very early on. No Aghanims yet, but he does fall. He's the first of the casualties. Wind Ranger taking a lot of damage, but here comes the Aphotic Shield to keep her up alive. And at the back of the fight, she does get popped here as it looks like Terrorblade has finally shown up, infesting, getting that kill, but he's about to fall. Blopp here meanwhile comes in with the trample. He's going to trample on as much damage as he can. Space Cowboy doing his best to try and survive through this as well. 3 members of the team of G2OP have fallen already. As both teams kind of collect to lick their wounds. Blopp there coming in a bit clutch to get those cleanups.
Mm-hmm. And that fight was without Fish.
Indeed.
So that actually looks pretty promising for the Radiant.
20k gold advantage, but it really didn't seem. It felt pretty even in that fight, didn't it?
It's the strength of the builds that's pulling the weight.
I don't think they were quite ready for that Terrorblade to be, jumping in and infesting that either. Kind of thing. We talked about that Ag's timing, right? And that's it right there.
They also by now probably forgot he exists as a hero. It's something that pushes on the sides of the map.
Oh, he's still over there somewhere. Don't worry about it.
All right, they
He's
have
done it.
TP.
He's done
Guys,
exactly
help.
that. It's just, yeah. Oh yeah, shit, TB. Oh my god, look at him go. What do you make of this Yule's queued up for the Underlord? Not sure what this means. Yeah. I can't really see what the Yules would be for.
Me either.
Maybe
I'm
the Abaddon?
But Abaddon is on his team. Or you mean like use the borrowed time?
Time, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, just to get rid of the timing for him so he can't actually proc on his teammates.
Or maybe Lifestealer when he jumps on his backline with the Doom AoE.
Yeah, could be that as well, but yeah. Well, the second Roche is quickly falling to OP, and it looks like they're gonna give it to. And the Wind Ranger is the one to pick it up. So that's the Curse of Avernus causing Miscoil to deal. Well, not very useful because you don't have Miscoil.
Yep.
But the Gale Force definitely picked up. That's
Gale
interesting then.
Force
I
is
actually don't
really
think that's
strong.
the
It's
better than the
it's so
Rock
strong.
Throw.
Yeah, like this is what I mean. Like you seem to be really loving the rock flow here. I'm trying to understand why. I really don't think it's that strong.
Long range stun. Pretty good.
I mean, ever since it got buffed and now it splits up to 3 more after the first explosion, I think it's kind of alright.
I guess
It's
right at
definitely-
this point, yeah, I would say that that's probably the better play, simply because I don't see any BKBs, and probably won't be BKBs anytime soon.
Or even at the Abaddon, getting the flamethrowers, you can deal damage to the buildings as well. Stand in front, like yeah, I kind of questioning the whole Gale Force, but I don't think they need any more utility. They've got plenty. Like the Satanic is on Wind Ranger as well. They could probably go high ground, and I think that's what they're thinking to do now. First person to fall is going to be that Maximus. Borrow Time was not procced. He had it ready to go and didn't use it. Dreamcore comes out, stunning 2 people straight away. Blopp's got his AoE Doom running around on him, but he's not getting the distance, and it actually falls apart. He turns around to head out of this, and it looks like this is going to be the finished game, unfortunately, as Terrorblade does fall. He had that blink phase shift, but wasn't able to get it out cleanly, and Glyph is used to try and buy them a little bit of time. Maximus is coming back very quickly. He's still got borrowed time ready to go, but
he's on level 13, so he respawns very fast.
yeah, level 30.
Oh.
Even the... Yeah, this looks like it's over, and the double stun is going to clean up those two as Wind Ranger finishes Blopp and Fish is going to buy back. Last bit of Glyph is used. There's no more left, no more charges to take after this. And it looks like a final defense from No Jungle as G2OP showing their teeth here and biting back into this game.
It looks like they were saving their
builds.
strength for this match.
Yeah. And it looks like, unfortunately, that buyback might be too quick, and he's going to melt immediately. And Maximus as well, trying to do his best to get out of this, but the five members of
No, it's so
G2OP.
under-leveled and so poor in the Primal Beast.
Yeah. These two racks are pretty much undefended now, and I think they're going to be taking the Megas very shortly. If not, GG is going to be called. We shall see what No Jungle come up with. They've smoked now, perhaps for the final defense here. How do they get through this Wind Ranger? She's got an Aegis, she's got Lincolns in her backpack, she's got a Satanic. And how do they even contend with her? She's pushing up there, using the Gale Force. She knows they're there, she just walks straight up. The Fear is being used to try and throw them back, but it's not working against the Raged. Pulverize coming out, and she's going to start dealing some damage here. Dreamcoil has been used as well. Maximus going in now after respawning. He's going to try and get this kill, but silenced up already. Damage is being dealt. Maximus has procced his borrowed time. Pulverize comes back out again, but the rest of the team are left, and it looks like on there.
Yeah,
We're
they
just
just
gonna
fought the TB with them, Infest.
Yeah, Big Tauntaun was stuck within them, and he just left them out. Looks like Blopp has got his Aghanims and are trying to use the Doom, and I don't think it's going to be enough, and I think it's just gonna be the end of that. It looks like Blopp is trying to walk forward. I think he's trying to hope that he can do something with this, but the Doom's gonna run out, and he's left the lone survivor. And the Horn for Megas has been called. And the tier 4s, they're gonna go down. Well, Yeah, surprising turn of events, but very well played, very well executed as well. These builds are probably didn't sound like the best combination of abilities, proving us completely wrong.
Hmm.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jara 2
Radiant's middle tower
Oh,
has fallen.
earning that OP tag at the end.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Definitely doing well in this game, and that's GG called. Well played.
Well
Rightly
played,
so.
indeed.
An impressive game. Where does that put the scores, I wonder? What is the bracket shaping up to be for next week
Oh god.
with that final result?
I will need to update that in a second.
No worries, buddy. Did you think that was going to go this way,
No.
Joeman? 'Cause I genuinely did not. I absolutely did not.
I think everybody was caught by surprise.
Yeah. Probably no jungle more than anyone else, in fact.
Hmm. My second guess would be Gyro 2OP itself.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, but as it said,
Maybe they played that with confidence, though. That's why I'm not sure they were that surprised. I think they did. They really did try and play that with confidence.
hmm,
Yeah,
Yeah, we talked
really
about
unique.
how they could take that in terms of there was the opportunity in the lane to do it, but the lanes were really strong and against them, and they were able to not get completely dumpstered and get out of that and really take advantage of that and
like coming
roll
ahead in the
forward.
middle
Yeah.
against the Firestorm with a melee hero, forcing the TB out of the lane, taking the early towers. All quite unexpected and well done, I suppose.
Not surprisingly, I think the Wind Ranger build that we didn't think would be very useful, considering she had, only one active ability and it was her ultimate. Proven us completely wrong. Is the amount of times the silence coming out from Curse of Avernus proved very useful. Was pretty much every fight,
I mean, on
and
paper, you
healing and
look at
damage as
this.
well.
Yeah, you take a look at this. There's no survivability. There's no farming tool. She basically
Yeah,
can target only one hero at a time. But in the end, she got really big, and that was enough to carry her through. I mean,
GG's.
the TB who was farming the whole game is not even half of her net worth. So
Yeah. Did he draft any? I don't think he had a farming scaling ability. Did he?
on the
He had
Terrorblade,
meta, but yeah. He had
yeah,
meta and phase shift, so like the shard does some of it, but it's not really. It doesn't really skyrocket yours because the whole thing about Terrorblade being a good farmer is because he can make illusions.
yeah.
But
I
this
mean,
build,
the
not really.
Atrofiora kind of acts like a farming tool in the sense you both lose HP
Yeah.
and you keep stacking the damage, and the more damage that you have, the easier it is to stack more and so on. But it looks like it wasn't enough. I mean, he
No.
didn't have space. They were forcing him out of the jungle, so he fell really hard behind. And then he was just split pushing and rotating around map when they were making movements. Hard to find a farm that way. Yeah.
It was hard.
Indeed. Alright, I'm having trouble updating my bracket as per normal, and Blopp has immediately disappeared, which is great because he went to do the thing I asked him to do. Yes, thank you, Blopp.
Welcome back, Blopp.
Yeah, rough.
As we were saying, we have now losers interview.
Yeah, that was so sad. And even with that win, Gyro 2AP even wins the group. Because
Wow.
yeah, after starting with a disappointing loss against Sibfamily with
Yeah.
those two wins, because they have we are 2-1, they are 2-1, but they won the direct game against us. So they get slot number 1
Top of the
in the
group.
group.
Man, but
So-
when we saw the draft, we heavily favored your side. What happened?
Yeah.
We kind of fucked up from we didn't have enough lockdown, and we kind of fucked up. I said like I think we should have just laned the puck against Windrunner so she gets hit by her own passives, but I don't know why we didn't do that, and that kind of fucked us in the end.
It was one of those things where we looked at it and said, you know, if this goes late, you guys are going to have it for sure. And it kind of felt that way in terms of, you know, if it was going to get there, yeah, you could have it. But, you know, getting out of the laning phase is going to be hard as well, though.
Rage
'cause,
Pulverize is
you know,
kind of strong because you always can pick one. We have
that's what we
no.
were worried about, right? Is like this mid game is going to be the deciding factor, right? You guys are going to get dumpstered in the lane, or they're going to get dumpstered in the lane. Sorry, because they got the, you know, the
And our Primal Beast build was also not ideal. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, we were actually surprised that the Primal Beast is a core. We thought it's gonna be support and the Lifestealer is gonna be like post 3.
yeah.
Yeah, it should
Earlier
have been better,
again
but
in
Lifestealer
Smash.
is not a great model for that build in particular. If we would
Mana.
swap the models with
Oh.
that build on Primal, it would have been 10 times
I
better.
mean, the
Yeah.
Lifestealer is still somewhat tanky and he has high move speed at least, so I think it was
I mean, the
works
movement
alright.
speed, yeah, that's
It's just
right.
the
But
lack of
he's
mana,
not
right?
tank. Yeah, I wouldn't say so. I think he has like one of the lowest strength gains of all the strength heroes.
Yeah, but he has like good armor, good speed, so I think that compensates for it, kind of.
We kind of screwed up, and I blame it. We were all too tired. They all instantly went to bed now because
Yeah, it's super late as well.
we
Actually,
would have
didn't
had to
realize
play
how
it earlier.
long.
That was the strategy from G2OP all along.
All along, delay the game so that you
Exactly.
could be tired
For
at the end.
them, it's now. I don't know.
Easy bracket
Yeah,
win.
6
Early
o'clock, you
after-
know?
early
It's still
afternoon,
early. We can go get a
early.
beer after this.
Exactly.
All right.
And
Playing
for us, it's
dirty.
after midnight. So yeah, let's blame it on
Yeah.
that. So, but what does that mean for next week's playoffs? We actually have to play Masliata, so it's like in the upper bracket round 1, like same as the finals last time. We had Masliata no jungle, then G2OP is gonna play Druk-Alki. And in the lower bracket, we see Bok versus Sibfamily. And
I believe
Tiarin's
it's Bok.
I think it's 5 Boks. I forgot how many. I think.
Not Bok, it's a Bok.
And the last lower bracket game is Tiarin's Assassins versus 200 Ping Overlords. Because also Tiarin's Assassins won the direct game against Sibfamily, so they take the upper spot there.
Nice.
I am trying to load that in. I mean, you sent it to me and everything. I didn't create a screen for that yet.
Yeah, it's too big, I think, with the overlay.
Oh, I can work it out. Yeah, I got magic.
Yeah, 200 Ping
Long-
Overlords are back
long
for the
day.
playoffs, hopefully with no power outage this time.
Yeah.
So they are
Fingers
able to
crossed.
play it. Yeah, then 3 days next week, even Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we got big games incoming. Prize pool currently, let's check. I think still, did we get another donation? By the way, everyone watching, if you want to increase the prize pool, you can do that by donating. I'll post the link here in chat. 100% go to the prize pool. Currently, we have 1,294 euros, and 50% go to the winner, 25 to the second, 15 to the third, and 10% to the fourth place.